Actually, let's have a bit of a challenge. I want to win 3 races in 3 different cars. So I'm going to try this thing first. I've never actually raced this particular car. Okay, let's use this thing. I tried to use 2 different wheels, but looking back at it, I'm not sure how well that actually worked. So we got the turbo fans up front, and then we got some 5-spoke wheels on the back. We also removed the wing of this car to give it a really sleek look. We're gonna do this in the day, obviously. Now let's go race. All right, found one. Oh man, this thing is fast. I'm not gonna lie, having to change direction with a steering wheel and going beyond like that is definitely something, because with the controller, straight, full lock, straight, full lock, in like a few millimeters. But here you have to do a lot of work and also fight the force feedback. All right, let's go. No supercars, I'm the only one here with a supercar, huh? Okay. And let's talk about this wheel while I'm on this race. So, obviously this is a Thrustmaster T248. In the beginning it launched for about $400 US, and people said it was kind of expensive, but luckily for me, it's currently like December when I'm recording this, and the price of this thing was actually the exact same as a G29. So it was kind of almost an easy choice to get this one instead, because with this one you get a bit of extra torque compared to what the G29 does. So you can run the full speed back at a much stronger setting. But some reviewers have complained about this wheel not being that good at centering itself again. So that means that for things like drifting, it's slightly worse than the G29. And then another thing I have to consider as well is the popularity. Obviously this wheel was launched, I think, in 2020 or 2021, so it's fairly new. So that means that in terms of the modding community, there aren't that many mods you can do compared to something like the G29, where the general design hasn't changed in like over 10 years pretty much. So a G25 from years ago is the same as a new G923. So you can, a lot of people have done things like F1 steering mods and just straight up put bigger wheel rims on it, which is something that you won't really find with this particular one. And a lot of people also say that if you're looking for a Thrustmaster wheel, it might be a better choice to save up some extra money and get a T300 instead of this thing, because the T300 comes with what's it called, swappable, exchangeable. You can change the wheel rims on it right away. With this one, it's fixed, you can't change it. What you get here is what you're stuck with for life. But with the T300, you can swap out the steering wheel, but also you can upgrade the pedals to a newer set if you want. I definitely picked the wrong race here. But yeah, so overall, if you're someone who's looking to mod your steering wheel, and let's say that you're someone who wants to keep it for years, then maybe the G29 might be better because of all the mods you can do instead of having to buy a new wheel. While if you have this thing, it might be better to spend for a T300 if you care about mods. But for me personally, I live in South Africa, and getting stuff into the country is a time-consuming process because we're far from America, we're far from the UK, we're far from Asia, so things generally take a while to get shipped here, and you have to look for some websites, and some of those websites are kind of sketchy. But yeah, there we go, first race win. I probably should have checked the difficulty. And let's change cars. I've already gone for Ferrari. I've never tried the Porsche, but I have another one as well. Alright, we did supercars, so let's do something normal. So we have a GTI here. Let's have a race somewhere else. Yeah, let's have one in the city. Alright, let's go. Obviously, we'll be much slower than everyone else. I wasn't expecting us to be this slow. The only one slower than us is this guy on the left to crash. So let's get a nice wide apex so I can carry more speed. Oh, he just bumps me. That means I slowed down way too much. I slowed down way too much now we're falling behind. I'm so used to having to slow down a lot for corners, but this is Need for Speed. You don't slow down for corners here. I also forgot how much you can just cut the track if you want to cheat. Alright, another thing this thing comes with that the G29 for the Xbox doesn't have is these encoder things. But obviously this is an older game, this Need for Speed game, so obviously it won't have support for the screen and these encoder things. So instead these encoders will just work like the D-pad pretty much. So if I press this down button, it looks back. If I use the encoder, it just looks back. So it's pretty much just a D-pad at this point, which is unfortunate. I thought I was gonna get a nice feature, but I guess not. I thought they'd add like more buttons to the Xbox, but I guess not. But look at that, now we're in 4th place. Getting really close to 3rd place with the Focus RS. Oh, I should probably use my nitro. Whoops. Completely forgot. Let's open this corner up nice and wide. Oh my goodness. The wheel just bouncing around. Why'd you bump me? Alright, let's go. We're on the podium now. Let's see if we can get past this Evo before the end of the race. Oh man, you carried too much speed. Oh yes, let's go on the inside of the Evo. The Evo driver is called Cleo. Kind of funny. Alright, let's go. Can I get past him? Come on. No. Oops. I messed up. Oh well. So that means we are 3rd. Now for this next one, we're gonna head over tonight. Interesting, I have to use the controller for all of these things. Alright. Should we go for a chase or let's just start with a race? I say we start with a race, which gets us into a chase. Now I don't know what these exclamation mark point means. It's annoying me because I can't get rid of them. They're just always there. Alright, a city race. Let's go. Now interestingly, even though I've driven Audi R8s in racing games for at least 10 years pretty much, the first time I drove one of these was either Need for Speed Carbon or Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. But even then, even through all these years, I still don't really see the R8 as my dream car. It's kind of weird. It's just another supercar for me. Now, if there's one supercar I want, it has to be the Pagani Zonda Cinque. That one I want. But obviously, it's because of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit and the sounds there were pretty good. That thing sounds really good. Oh, yes, that 4-wheel drive gave us an amazing launch. Getting past everyone else here. Then again, it's probably because I'm the only one here with a 400 plus car. I should give them a head start. Let's see. Let me let them get past. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's see if we can win this race. It's a sprint race. Now the other 90% of this race to beat them. We're already gonna catch up to them after like one corner. I guess I didn't give them enough of a head start, but nope. Looks good now. Let's go. So we have about 600 meters to catch up. And most of it will be done thanks to this car's turbocharged V10 engine. Twin turbo V10. Let's see how much it does for us. Alright, now we're halfway through and we still haven't gained any time. So I think this is going to be a fat L for us. We were too overconfident. And the police come in only for me, huh? Wow, funny. Now the top speed of these Ford Crown Victorias for heat level 1 is about, how much? 210, 220. Oh, wow, this thing has so much understeer. Just keep flying out of every corner. Yeah, we're not gonna win this race. I can really see that. Oh. But now we really get to flex this car's pure speed as we go 340 kilometers an hour. Ah, this thing never stops in time. Okay, then I have to restart, but hey. Alright, let's see, where else can I go? Let's go for this one. No, I have a favorite actually. Let me do my favorite race. It's one of these ones. It's this one, right? Yeah, here it is. Okay, now one thing this game does different to Forza is that driving off-road makes you really slow. In Forza, you can pretty much take any car, no matter how low it is to the ground, and you can take it 300 kilometers an hour off-road. But with this game, you actually get a penalty for driving off-road with the wrong car. Now I have to say, I really like shifting gears with these pedals, it's really nice. The feel of these pedals reminds me of the pedals in like my parents' Honda. We used to have a Honda. And even though that thing had a CVT, which means it basically doesn't have like a normal transmission, it still had pedal shifters, which is kind of funny. And it wasn't even like a sport version of the Honda Jazz or Honda Fit. It was literally just like a normal version, but they put pedals in it for some reason. Oh no, not the police, dang it. I wanted to start the race, but oh well. Let's get away from the police first. Alright. They're not gonna catch me, obviously. We're already at heat level 2. That's crazy. Dang it, they're coming back. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Alright, let's go. I've got 5 minutes left of recording. Let's do this. Dang, this thing accelerates. Oh man, we already missed the first checkpoint. Oh, I forgot, we're at night. That was a bad idea. Handling wise, this thing sucks. I must have the wrong tires on or something. It's horrible. While that Ferrari was kind of like a go-kart, this thing just feels so understeery. It could also be because of the four-wheel drive, but wow, it's so bad. I just straight up fly off of every single corner. Either the brakes are bad, or the tires are bad, or something's messed up. Yay, more police.
I have a positive ID of a subject from our prior chase. Let's hunt him down.
Yeah, everyone, the coffee break is over. Our previous runner is back.
Let's go. Driving straight into prison. 3rd place, not bad.